Who's ready to play Dungeons and Dragons?
Ready.
Oh, yeah.
Me.
All right, since he's not here yet, it's okay if we do this. Midas, high or low?
Hi.
Hi,
Low.
hi. Aladrian, Drag, Koshka. It's an easy one, but everyone roll.
Fuck.
Can you give me a second? I went into like a section of my Discord and I can't get back.
Where did you go?
I went to change my name to Sleepy Mads and now it won't let me back to my chat. So I'm gonna exit. I'll be right back. Okay, bye.
When you do, close it. But you said hi,
Close
so
it
unless
out.
she rolls a 19 or 20.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
But Matt's still not here. It's gonna be like, my Discord is broken now.
Damn.
I deleted Discord somehow.
It took me right back to that page. I can't get out of it.
Somewhere it said Alt F5?
Alt F4, yeah.
Is Alt F4?
It is. It depends. I guess. I don't know.
Press it and let me know what happens.
You got.
Oh.
Do it.
Alright, hold on. Let me grab my phone. In case she's panicking.
No faith. Oh my god.
Maybe she had an update anyway.
Oh, I know I had to update my Discord, but I also don't really touch Discord like that anymore. So, alas.
Well, too good for it.
Somewhat.
Yes.
I kid.
I joined this duck server just so I can have these duck emojis.
What's the duck server? Can you are you able to share an invite?
Yeah.
I have them.
Ducky Hub.
You dug my hub until I E.
Invite people. Starshine.
It's just everyone's getting added.
Hell yeah.
Ducky Hub.
What is this?
You took my hub.
It's how I have the duck emojis.
Yep.
I don't have Discord Nitro.
Damn.
Sleepy Mads.
Sleepy meds.
I hope it was worth it because I had to get out of Discord for that, and then also when I went back in, it said here are 7 updates, and I was like, this is it. This is the end.
Welcome to the Sleepy Crew.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh,
I've
you're
been here.
back.
I just didn't have the official name.
Yep, you wasn't promoted yet. You have to get the title.
He has her title now. Alright. Okay. So, quite a long pause, but now that everyone's here, are we ready to play Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Si, senor. Sorry about that.
All
by the
right.
way.
Adrian, you get to recap for us.
Okay, so this is what my notes are going to be saying. It says, so we start out and there's this big ass creature who's sitting on a log who just watches the fire in front of it. We are around this cave, right where the dryad lived, but there's this old woman who sits and does some weird stuff with the cauldron in front of her. Apparently, this is the lady that brought fungal rot into the world. we are all conniving and figuring out their way to run up on them and take them by surprise with the calendar boys. And then, as we figure out how to do this, Captain Theodore, he just runs at the big guy and yells, "For conquest!" And so, all of us roll initiative into this giant battle. As this happened, another creature comes out of the woods and picks up Jonathan and eats him. Koshka attacks him. My notes say, "Holy shit, so much is happening." The old lady cast fear on Mo. The big guy is kicking ass on everyone. There are 2 frog things, then one showed up and is eating Koshka, and there's more boggles. Ah! This lady keeps putting shit into her pot and stirring it while we are fighting. Corey hits the big dude with the big ass Eldritch Blast. Pew! Right to the dome. The old lady's still cooking. As she's cooking, she reaches out, and she grabs our friend Stumpy and puts him in the pot. We lost Stumpy. But poison now starts to flow out of the pot as Stumpy was added. I think Stumpy is done for.
Oh.
But, she taunts Corey and then snaps her fingers and disappears into the nothingness. But they have a problem, as the problem is the pot is still bubbling over with a death liquid. We don't really know what to do until Mo turns into a giant snake and tries to eat the cauldron. He practically kills himself and burns off half of his face. So, instead of that, Corey just calls Hugin and says, "Hugin, poop in the pot!" Which would probably have done, if we did that first, we would have been able to, avoid a whole lot of hurt on Mo. But that's okay. But the pot is no longer bubbling, and the clouds go away. But everything that this death liquid, touched, it is beyond dead. It is, you cannot come back from that. But, somehow or another, I believe we all got we got all of our stuff back from the boggles. And while even in now Mo Livo is now eternally chapped. That's where my notes end.
Yes, we ended up with Mo's eternally chapped lips.
He's chapped forever.
Yes, exactly. The play-by-play was fantastic. Thank you for taking very detailed notes during all of that. Makes me feel appreciated, so I appreciate you. So, as Eladrian said, the cauldron is no longer bubbling, and the fire underneath it has extinguished. Whatever Hugin did has seemingly stopped the poison from spreading over the entirety of the Dunmas Woods. The bodies of the 3 large creatures remain behind. Paladin Theodore and Irma kneel down in front of the battlefield and utter a prayer for their fallen allies. The objects that the Boggles had stolen are now returned to you all after finding them in a pile not too far into the cave. And you can also see a couple of pairs of underwear and clothing as well. So so you guys are kind of coming back, and the adrenaline's wearing away after the fight there. As I mentioned, the 3 large bodies of those creatures are still there. And the paladins are just kind of taking a knee right now and muttering a prayer. What do you guys do after all this excitement has died down a little bit?
Where's Hugin?
Hugin has flown back over to Corey and is perched on her shoulder.
Can I go, pet Hugin and tell him he did a good job, Corey?
Oh, absolutely. Go
I'm just
ahead.
gonna be like-
He did a wonderful job.
That was a good poop. Good job. Good job, Hugin. You did a good one. Right there into the pot. The poop in the pot. That was good.
This is the second time his poops have saved the day. I'm very glad. I'm relieved.
So is he.
Drag, never change.
Okay.
Never change. But I just... you remember what she said about seeing me or something? Oh, sorry. Player to DM. What did she say? She said something about, like... She said, like, she would see me again, or what? Does anybody else remember?
It was nice. It's nice to see you again.
Nice to see you.
And I
Thank you. Okay. So yeah, Corey goes. She said it was nice to see me again. I've never seen her a day in my life.
Didn't she say I'll see you again soon, Corey?
I don't know. It was one of those things. Either way, I've never seen this lady. I don't want to see her again.
Valid.
Mo, how are you feeling?
Chapped.
Oh.
Mo's just kind of like laying on the ground with his both his hands over his chest and the staff kind of holding in the middle. And just like,
Man, who would have thought that the bird would have saved my life? Thank you, Yugen, and thank you, Kore. Man, my mouth really hurts. Holy that was not a good
No.
idea.
No, what were you thinking?
I mean,
I don't think he was.
I just wanted to save the forest that didn't know any other way.
By
I mean,
eating the spell? By the cauldron? That... Okay.
I would rather it burn me inside instead of burn this entire forest.
But
it did both. But that was a good way to try to use those skills of yours, detective. To say,
Of course, as you see, as the nature detective of the group, I must always put the forest above myself.
That wasn't good. That was extremely reckless. You nearly killed yourself.
Yes.
just let them
Yes.
have this one. His face is gone. Let them have this.
yeah, he just kind of sits there and just lets out a moan every like 5 seconds, like.
Well, this is ridiculous.
Do you need help? Do you need somebody to carry you back?
Please.
Corey looks at Dragon. She's still like,
Hang on.
Drax is new.
Bo's gonna just like he's gonna curl up, and then as he curls up, he turns into a cat.
And what does the cat look like, Mo?
Yeah, so he's like a small little kind of, well, because he's all messed up right now. Normally his hair would be all nice and luscious and, combed and not matted, and he looks like a cat on crack. All his hair is like toughed out. There's like parts that are like messed up. His face, there's no hair around like the mouth area right now. He looks like a really messed up cat with like orange tufts of hair just like sticking out here and there.
Mange.
Yes, very much mange.
Yeah, so Drag, you can very easily pick up this mangy cat.
Yep, I pick it up and put it up under my arm comfortably.
Just scratch my belly, please. Just a little bit.
Gives him a little belly scritch.
Yep, that's the spot. That's the spot. Thank you.
Anyway. Well, shall we? Let's head out. I don't want to linger here any longer.
So, Paladin Theodore, seeing you guys kind of collect yourselves, he breaks from the prayer and comes over to all of you and says, well, it seems like what we set out to do in the forest was accomplished. Shame it came at the cost of two very, what's the word? the paladins, they had good futures ahead of them, but they died in battle, as all paladins of the Advent do, and the death was a righteous one, although quite gruesome, if I do say so. But I think
My
the real
condolences.
I thank you, Corey. That is appreciated, but I think the biggest shame out of all of this is that we couldn't capture that old lady. Did anyone know where she went off to? I didn't really see what happened. I was busy battling those creatures.
She just disappeared into like the thin air, like it was like a fart in the wind.
Like a what?
She disappeared.
I
Like a
understand.
fart in the wind.
I've never understood a
Yes.
metaphor better than that. That is a good metaphor for what
Are
happened.
you for real?
Just like up and vanished. She was there one moment and then gone the next. Silent but got deadly.
Well, I think what's the next best step for us was to head back to Baland as soon as we can, make our reports to our outpost about what happened. But it is still quite late outside, and at this point it is quite dark outside. Little bits of moonlight are coming into the open clearing. It's a little bit of a cloudy night sky, and only periodically will some of the stars shine through, as well as the moon that gives light to this area. And he looks around at some of you and says, well, it appears some of you are quite injured. Should we maybe like rest for the night before we head out in the morning?
Yes, please. I almost died. And like Koshka's just sitting there like on the ground still, just like slowly petting Pippi beside her, staring off into space.
Pippi is like nuzzled up, like you're kind of outstretched, just scratching Pippi, and Pippi just curled up, like supporting your arm underneath you, basically, and you're just like scratching Pippi's rump.
I could also use a little bit of a cat nap.
Very funny.
Well, do you guys want to like get up the sleeping bags and things like that and put them in this area, or do we want to move out a little bit? What do you think?
I would be okay right here, to be honest. But if you all are making better decisions than I am and think that it would be safer somewhere else, I also agree with that.
I think he would be fine, right, Corey?
Yeah. Fine.
Not like anything here is gonna kill us. It's not like anything here is alive.
Yeah, you just see the large body of that humongous creature, as well as those frog-looking creatures are just kind of essentially piled right near each other.
Oh my goodness. It's starting to stink.
So the bodies aren't decomposing or anything just yet. It's still quite fresh.
They just smell.
Yeah, they just generally stink, just from
Yes.
not decomposing, but just general monster stink.
Just a frog. Giant frog breath. You ever smelled frog breath, especially after it eats a calendar boy?
No.
Let me tell you.
Actually, ironically, yes, I have.
It doesn't smell all that good.
I can confirm that.
See?
You can just see Irma just goes over to you, Koshka, and just like smells you. Gross.
Koshka just kind of like deadpan stares at her with like the horrors of the last like hour like flashing through her mind, like doesn't even register that someone's smelling her.
Well, me and Irma will get ourselves prepared. Just off to the side here, we have our bedrolls and a tent. What about all of you? Where are you going to set up your camp?
Let's see. That's a good question. Is there room for the quack house?
Yeah, in this area there is room for the quack house. You might have to push some of these big old bodies aside a little bit. Might take a little bit of group effort to move some of them, but after mustering up the strength, Theodore, Drag, and whoever else wants to join in, are able to kind of just very slowly shove the leg of this giant creature, shove the arm over. They're just moving it bit by bit as much as they can. And probably after 5-10 minutes of that, there is enough space to set up the quack house.
All right. Well, the quack house is getting set up. Corey just kind of puts the chest on the ground and just kind of kicks it and goes, quack. Just quack.
Quack.
And yeah, the quack house starts unfurling, expanding, going into the giant little cottage house that all of you are so accustomed to. Paladin, Theodore, and Irma are just bewildered at this. They say, "Whoa, that's amazing! Where did you get something like this?"
From her
That's a
pocket.
secret. Yes, a secret pocket.
It came from her pocket.
Well, it is quite the sight to behold. A house like this in the woods, but looks pretty comfortable in there. As the Paladin Theater looks through the window of the quack house, looks back over to his tent, looks
Sure
back
is.
over.
Yeah, sadly, it's not big enough to fit everybody. My apologies, but
Of course. I understand. It's not a problem. We'll be comfortable over there.
good night. Corey's
to hear
usually
that.
more polite or but she's just so tired after this battle, so she's just good night. And yeah, so she'll go into the quack house, make a simple stew for everybody before bed, and then pack it in.
I'd like to think the fumes of the stew are wafting out through the crack in the door towards the paladin's
Mhm.
camp.
Absolutely.
And then you see everyone around the
absolutely.
table so happy and cheerful and
Yeah.
in pajamas
Yeah.
or something like that. That's hilarious.
Yep. Yeah. Obviously, Mo, considering his injuries, cannot eat hot stew, so Corey makes a cold broth for him instead.
Gazpacho.
Yeah.
Could you maybe put it in a little bowl, right on the floor right here? I don't need to sit at the table.
Oh yes, that's fine. That's here. I'll put it in a cup. I made it as simple to consume as possible.
Oh, you are such a blessing. Thing.
And yeah, she'll basically practically feed it to him, just kind of hold the cup up to him, and
He'll do the cat thing where he his tongue just goes a million miles an hour. He's
Lapping it up.
hears a noise, looks to the side, goes back to licking.
yeah. She's like, all right, here you go, and yeah.
All right, so Corey and Mo are inside. Koshka, what are you doing?
I think she'll see the paladins obviously not invited into the quack house, and
Obviously.
she'll kind of walk up to them and be like, I'm really sorry about your friends. I wish there was something I could do. It all just happened so fast. He was eaten, and I couldn't save him.
You feel a Paladin Theodore kind of place his large hand on your shoulder, Koshka, and he says, "I thank you for your kind words, Koshka. Us paladins of the Advent live quite the dangerous life, and some things like this are part of the job, unfortunately. Well, it's quite a shame that we lost the both of them, but they set out with a mission, and we accomplished that mission for them. And you played a large part in that as well. So I thank you for fulfilling their mission in their absence.
Okay. she's kind of just like, she's experiencing some trauma. So she just kind of says like, okay, to him, and then like kind of nods her head and like slowly walks towards the quack house with Pippi. And when she opens the door, she just goes straight to like Czar's old room and like curls up on the bed, turns all the lights off, snuggles with Pippi like on top of the bed like a cat, obviously. And she kind of just like cries herself to sleep a little bit, just little whimpers.
And Pippi is like nestling up really close to you, and just being there to comfort you as best that he can. Eladrin, you can see the paladins unroll their bed rolls. Irma is finishing off setting up the little 2-person tent. What do you want to do as the night?
I'm gonna walk outside and look at the calendar boys and be like, well, I know that we don't have enough room outside for you, but that does not mean that I cannot sing you a lullaby. And then I will pull out my freshly acquired lute and start to sing them a song about how your calendar for your friends has ended.
Oh my god.
They are still with us. In the house. You are the calendar boys. Sleep well. And then I will quietly leave while they just sit in shock and awe.
Paladin Theodore is he's like, that a little bit too soon there, Eladrin. And
Beautiful, I know.
Irma on the side is just like, that was great. Theodore looks over to her. It's like, oh god. And then they just go get themselves settled. They break open a couple of like rations from their bag and are just like munching on some dried bread and jerky. Midas, what are you doing?
Midas heard the song and he's kind of like, what the fuck? He's walking away so he doesn't have to hear it even more, but he gets to still hear the faint, even though his calendar has been out. He's just gonna go over to like the bodies of the creatures. He's gonna like kick it with his foot a little bit, kind of see like just
you hear some squishes and
that.
Some of the body parts, like you see, like you kick the big, huge creature. You can see like its body, like the fat on its body, kind of ripples a little bit. So it's just a very large, very huge creature is just like slumped over in a giant, big old pile of body mass, basically.
This is disgusting. He's gonna look around and see where his handy dandy assistant is, Miss Dragonista.
Yep.
And Drag is not too far. She brought the cat inside, and then after you brought Mo inside, Drag, what were you getting up to?
Drag was definitely hanging out outside of the quack house, probably like leaning against the wall, the outside wall, watching Theodore, set things up and walk around and all that stuff. And then, she's just standing outside, paying attention to little Theo there.
All right. Yeah. So, Mice, you're able to find Drag. She's just staring at Theodore as he gets ready for bed, awkwardly.
Hey, Drag, stop. Let's stop being weird for a second.
Huh?
Yeah, just come help me for a bit.
Okay.
Remember that thing we did with the other bodies? You know, the other time we got into that one fight. Yeah. So we're gonna do that again. Okay.
Which time?
That's not important. I want you to harvest this behemoth.
Okay.
So
No.
use your trident and get trident ink.
All right. So, you have your options there, Midas, for what you're aiming to get. So you have the what's called that chart, right? Somewhere.
Yes.
All right.
I have it pulled up right now.
Perfect. So this, so you have your options. You can pick from, either the really large creature or the frog things. And so the large creature is a giant, and the other ones are monstrosities.
Okay, we're gonna go over after the giant.
All right, perfect. So what are you wanting to get?
All right, Drag. I want you to harvest the skin. This thing was eating those hits. I feel like I can make a good set of armor with that. Or boots. Probably even make up boots. But regardless, the skin. I want you to harvest it.
Okay. So she goes to the back and drags her trident down the spine and then starts separating skin.
All right. So, Midas, I want you to make, you're doing the assessment check. So roll a d20, add your intelligence, and are you proficient in medicine at all?
Yes, actually.
All right. So roll d20, add your intelligence to it, as well as your proficiency bonus, which is a +3.
Yeah. Okay.
Come on now.
Okay.
All right.
So that's 17 total. Awesome. And you say you're just going for the skin?
Yes.
All right. And Dreg, as the official carver, I'm gonna need you to make a carving check. So are you proficient in medicine at all?
No. Negative.
All right. Not a problem.
Goes right
So you're going to roll a d20, add your dexterity modifier to it.
– 14.
All right, wonderful. So with the two of you, with Midas giving direction on which pieces of the skin that he wants, and after it's going to take you a little while to carve out as much skin as you can from this creature. It's going to take about like 2 hours of time to carve this thing proper. But after that 2 hours of time, I'll say Theodore and Irma are sleeping at this point. I'm probably going to assume Corey and Mo and Eladrin are more than likely asleep as well. And you two get finished up, and you are able to have this giant's skin.
Huzzah!
I will say before Corey went to bed, she would have cracked open Koshka's door and left her some cold broth for whenever she wakes up. The same stuff that she fed to Mo. And then she'll close the door, just kind of giving her a sad look. Kind of wishing that she could do more, but she just leaves her to herself and Pippi.
When you crack
then,
open
yeah.
the door, Pippi like kind of snaps up and looks towards the door.
Yeah, Corey just kind of does the like she puts her finger to her lip with like a like kind of just leaves it there, and then just just kind of just walk out and leave them. And also while that was happening, she would have brought some stew out to the calendar boys.
They are
You know.
very appreciative. And
Mhm.
as you close Koshka's room, you hear Pippi just kind of settle back down and just do that. Just settling back down. And Theodore and Irma are very appreciative of the stew as they kind of just sit and watch the show of Midas bossing Drag around as she carves up the skin for him. And so Midas, you have that giant skin there.
Amazing. Thank you, Drag. Can you carry that to my room?
Ew.
Okay.
Thank you. You're so amazing, Drag.
I'm gonna need a shower after this.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna nudge. I think I'm close by. I think I didn't walk away. Whatever. I'm just gonna be like, she needed a shower before that.
I agree. And then Midas is just gonna follow behind.
Give me 1 second. I just want to see something here.
Yeah, Drag. Roll for cleanliness.
No.
I just want to see something. I want to see. What did we roll for this one? Hold on. Doopy doopy doo. Was that just part of it? Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. So, you guys have the skin. You brought it up. Drag dropped it off in Midas's room. And Drag, what are you doing now? It's been a couple hours of pretty intense labor chopping up that skin, according to Midas's standards. So, what are you doing now?
Drag's gonna, stretch after carrying all that stuff and doing it. And then she's gonna go downstairs and have at least a couple of helpings of stew. And now, because she's irritated with Eladrian for his comments, she's gonna try and get on his nerves too.
Excellent.
How are you gonna do that, Drag?
I think she's gonna grab him and make sure her armpit gets all over his head and neck and she's like, "Oh, buddy, I'm just saying hello," and she does it all nice like.
There's a nice combination of Drag's just body odor from battle and a mix of this just nasty smelling creature that's just like all over her, like she's just like coated in this thing's stank, and she is just rubbing it all up on your head directly.
She gives him a big old hug and make sure that it's like a bear hug. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
She's like, "It's okay, buddy," and she pats his head closer to her.
What did I do to deserve this? Why? No, this isn't. That dream barfs.
You barf in the quack house?
Uh-oh.
No, we were outside, were we not?
Oh, okay, perfect.
Okay. Yes, that I couldn't. That would be too dangerous. I'd face the wrath of Kore.
And then after that, she's like, okay, well, I think I'm ready to go to bed. And she's torn between going to sleep with Theodore or going upstairs, but she's going to go on upstairs.
All right, so you go upstairs, you get yourself settled. No hygiene before bed. Just straight to bed. Eladrin, what about you? What are you doing now that you're all stinky?
I prestidigitate this off of me immediately.
Yeah, you clean up. You clean up the soiled bits of like this giant's blood that she got on you. That's that nasty smell.
Yeah, like, there's like pieces, like stringiness from the hide.
Yep, the muscly sinew just kind of
that's the word.
all on you. But with a snap of your fingers, you are fresh.
Lavender. Much better. Much better indeed.
And now what are you going to do for the remainder of the evening?
I'm going to, this probably took a couple of minutes or whatever, so I'm going to walk back over to the calendar boys and be like, did you need another rendition?
No, that's okay, Elijah. We appreciate it. We're still absorbing the lyrics of, our friend's untimely demise, as you put it. So
The calendar, it's only good for a year.
yes, and their years come to an end. I get it. Yes, thank you.
It's a common thing with calendars. They end,
Sometimes they go into the next year.
Oh, that's right. Sometimes they have like another calendar at the end of the calendar.
It's like it just keeps going on and on and on.
Yes. Oh, sometimes it's very rare.
Not
it
that
happened.
rare. It almost
Oh, so
happens
very
like
rare.
all the time.
Incredibly rare.
Almost like at the
very
end of this year, it goes into the next
Almost-
year almost
Almost
immediately.
never happened. No, maybe happened like 2 times, ever, in the history of calendars.
How old are you, Eladrin?
It doesn't matter. I have I've seen my fair share of calendars. Boy.
Yes. So they change over, right? As you get
But
older.
I mean, it starts again, right? It starts, it comes to the end, and it goes back again. But it comes to it stops and starts, just like anything stops and starts, like this song.
Nice.
This is the song about the calendar boys and Irma. Irma is a calendar boy too.
I'm a
She
girl.
goes by Irma. Oh. Irma is a calendar person.
Very
That was
inclusive.
good. Right? So now we are changing the name of the calendar boys to the calendar people.
We were never called the Calendar Boys.
I'm fairly certain that you are always called the calendar boys. It's right here. I wrote it down. Theo
Well.
of the calendar boys. Right here.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose you
Wrote
can
it
write down whatever it is you wish. I'm not going to fight you on this, Eladrin. We
Because I'm right.
sure.
See?
And you just hear Theodore mutter under his breath. He's like, I think I'm starting to understand Midas now.
Theo.
Speaking of Midas, what are you getting up to?
Now that Drag carried it back to his room, he is going to take the time to kind of just get himself in order. So he's gonna precipitate the fucking skin to make sure it doesn't stink up his fucking room. And then he's going to take the time to just really regroup. So he's gonna eat whatever's left that Koi hopefully left aside for him, as well as
She did.
bathe, Something that some people in this party do not know how to do. He
Huh?
is going to, in fact, bathe.
Going to take a bath. In the Quack House, the very rarely used bathroom for actual bathing is present inside. It is nothing luxurious, but when you open the bathroom, it is just a really large tub of already warmed water that's in there, just magically conjured in the house. And there's a large tub that you could get inside with like another small like wooden bucket to help kind of bathe yourself with.
Oh, how fun! Yeah, he's just gonna be in there for a bit, just really taking his time, make sure he get all the blood and goo and ooze and nasty black shit off. He's not in a rush at all, so.
Yeah, you got your time. Everyone else is kind of more or less headed off to sleep at this point. Eladrian is probably eventually making his way up to his room after antagonizing the calendar boys a little bit more.
As Eladrian walks in, he'll see Mo curled up on the dining table with some like kitchen towels in his cat form, Mo cat. Just kind of like sitting there like, and you never seen him sleep. He's like passed out.
Oh, would you look at this? I go over there and give the cat a little bit of scritches on the head. Right in between the ears.
You hear the what's it called? Like the purr, the hum that kind of come from him, and his back will kind of like shoot up a little bit.
Like, oh,
Good
that.
cat.
Thank you. I like that. That feels nice.
Yes. Now go back to sleep. Don't make it weird.
Okay.
And he'll make his rounds again into the blanket and lay back down.
Yeah. So you drift off to sleep, and Eladrian, what are you going to do?
I was just gonna head up.
Awesome. All right. So everyone is able to get some sleep finally. So everyone can take a nice little long resty poo.
Huzzah!
Woohoo.
With
I'm
all
at
the
full health.
with all the threats around you basically neutralized. The forest is quite quiet, a nice peaceful night. And then morning approaches. Who's first to wake up?
Usually Midas, right?
Yeah, it is. Let's see if somebody else is gonna talk. Yeah, feeling might as well wake up first. Oh my god. Yeah, so he feels all the chat. He feels all clean, all fully rested. His room smells amazing from his spell. And he's just gonna go ahead and move the curtain out the way, walk downstairs to see what everybody else is doing. For a second, he almost forgot that they're in the middle of a forest and that they almost all died. Almost.
You see Mo in person form now, just laid on the counter on the table because he shifted back overnight.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh,
And like heavy snoring, like loud snoring.
And I said we need to stop taking in fucking strays. This is why. This is always use the table. He will walk up to Mo and just whack him upside the head.
What the? Oh my
Were you
goodness.
raised in a forest? Get off the table!
Oh, did I fall asleep? I haven't slept in years.
And he'll just kind of like fall down and crawl over to the couch.
Man, do
Oh.
you always get in these sort of battles?
Yes.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Why don't you just like live peacefully or something? This
Didn't
shit sucks.
Didn't you try to eat fire I feel like you have no room to really talk.
I was trying to save the forest. Why is that so weird to you? You followed me,
Hailing
didn't
fire.
you followed me into the death mist? Am I wrong?
Well, because I had a different plan in mind.
Oh yeah,
I was
what was your
going
idea?
to eat the fire. I don't know, push the pot away.
So it did spread across the other part of the forest? Yeah, good idea, Midas. God,
At least
now I
my
see
face
why
is fucked
Eladrin
up.
acts the way he does.
Yeah. So how's the lips?
Ooh.
Not in that way. Not in that way. Did you chat for Midas?
I don't know. Do you want to find out?
There's maybe you should go back to sleep. There is blankets in that bucket behind you.
What's all the commotion? Ugh. Yeah, Corey's getting out of her room with Hugin.
Oh hell, nah. Oh no.
Great to see you too, Midas.
Oh, hell.
Sorry.
Good morning, Mo. How
that-
are you feeling?
That wasn't at you, Corey.
Sore.
Sure.
Jacked.
Sore? Oh.
It was that little bit of a bird.
You see Hugin flies over to the table that Mo was on when Midas came down, and Corey, you hear in your head, "Hey, Ma, there's a bunch of cat hair on the table."
Oh. It's fine. I'll dust it off.
And yeah, she'll get like a rag and just kind of wipe the table down.
You see Hugin with his wings are just trying to flap the hair away.
Thank you for your help, Hugin.
And she pats him on the head.
I am sorry about that. I was so exhausted and I didn't even realize I fell asleep.
Oh no, it's really no big deal. As long as you got your rest, that's what matters to me.
Thank you. You were so kind. Midas, you can, take notes.
I'm good.
You really could take notes, just a couple.
You can also, if you really want to go bar for bar.
I'm nice. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not talking about being nice enough. I'm talking about in terms of logic, in terms of making plans, in terms of not getting us in this fuck ass forest where people are getting fuck ass eaten.
Corey just
Sorry.
like she's just staring blankly at him, like.
Are you done?
Yes. Sorry.
Fantastic.
I found him like half naked on the table. I'm still recovering.
Wait, half naked. Did you turn back into a? Wait,
Yes.
like right on the table?
On the table. Face up.
Oh.
Yeah.
She wipes the table down a little harder. Reason to it. Like, oh.
You see, I can only stay in animal form for a couple of hours, and I did not think about it when I fell asleep.
I see.
You can keep that blanket, by the way.
Yeah, Corey will make some breakfast. Just like, okay. Anyways, and she, just turns around, just starts making food.
Yeah, so you start making some food, and who's coming down next? So Mo's down here, Corey, Midas. Who's next?
Go.
Yeah, I'll start coming down. But I think as soon as I come out, I'm going to start singing a good morning song for everyone. I'm gonna put it in cool stuff.
It's a song.
So lucky.
Yes, it's so good. but so I start singing this out of my room. I come down the stairs. I kind of do some circles around the table. Eventually, I kind of like I'll open the door and then start my way outside, probably around verse 2, and then start my way outside to finish it with the rest of the rest of it, and then end up probably in the doorway at the end, kind of like.
Oh, there's a whole song.
Oh, there's a whole song.
Wait, you should definitely sing this right now.
No.
No.
This is awesome.
He wrote it. That's more than enough.
Yeah.
But anyway.
As you march around singing this wake up song, Eladrian, when you went outside during verse 2, you see the Theodore and Irma are finishing packing up their tents and bedrolls. They're already in their gear, ready to go. You can just see them starting a small little campfire, getting some little bit of breakfast going. But yeah, so you come out inside and keep on singing with everybody. And who's next to wake up? There's only 2 of you.
Me. So, Koshka kind of wakes up and then she just like goes right to the door and Pippi follows her out and she kind of stretches as she walks down the stairs, right? There's stairs?
Yes.
Yeah. And then she kind of sees, like, she hears Eladrian singing and she just kind of like looks at him but doesn't acknowledge or anything. And she just goes and sits down at the table with Pippi beside her.
And Pippi is not far from your side. He's picking up the strange vibes you're giving off, not the regular Koshka he's used to partying with. He's just up real close to right next to you, just kind of always nuzzling your leg, and almost kind of like pushing himself underneath your hand so that you'll place it on the top of his head.
His emotional support, Pippi.
Oh, good morning, Koshka. I left some cold broth for you. Did you see it?
Oh, sorry, Miss Corey. I didn't see it. Was it in my room?
Yes, I left it for you. Pippi
Oh.
saw, but it's okay. I'm getting food ready for everyone.
Oh, okay. I'm not that hungry, but I will try anything that you make, Miss Corey.
Okay, please, you do need to eat something. Get something in your system. Okay, so just try.
Okay, I will try.
Okay, good. And yeah, she'll go back to finishing the breakfast. It's again very very simple, just eggs. And like, yeah, she's kind of running low on stuff, so she does the best she can, but there's not a whole lot.
Yeah, and last but
I think
not
she still
least,
has stuff left over. Yeah, she has like a few things left over, but yeah.
and last but not least, Drag.
Drag
You-
wakes up with the smell of food, and then she goes and washes up a little bit,
Whoa.
and then goes down and eats.
Yeah, after a little bit of the extra physical labor you had to do last night, you're the last one to get up. You go downstairs into the same bathroom area that Midas used just the night before, but when you open it up, everything in there is fresh. The house kind of resets everything once that door opens and closes. So there's like nice warm water in there. You got enough to kind of splash some on your face, get yourself a little bit clean, and you patiently wait for Corey to fix you up a Dragonista-sized helping of breakfast, which I imagine is roughly probably like at least 6 eggs, probably.
Yeah.
every morning to get large.
Yeah, so it's not too long before Corey has enough food for everybody at the table. You guys eat your fill for breakfast, and with that, the day is yours to head out to Baland. Finally, you guys have been in this forest for weeks. It feels like.
Weeks.
So you guys head outside, and you see the Theodore and Irma are patiently waiting for you guys to get ready to go. Corey, you say the magic words, and the quack house folds back up into its small portable form, and Theodore just shakes his head and says, "Wow, that is a wonder to behold, Corey. That is quite the magic item you have there."
I know, right? It's pretty cool. Did you guys sleep okay?
Oh yes, we've been roughing it out in the forest for a few days now. We're okay. We got a good night's sleep, right, Irma? And Irma just looks over, and you can see there's just like bags under her eyes. She's just like that was an awful sleep. That was awful. She's like, Theodore's like, don't listen to her. She has to toughen up a little bit.
Uh-huh.
So
Well. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good.
My bad, I didn't mean to cut. So I know I kind of missed it last night, but being half dead and all. But do we know, have you ever done any investigations around this area? Do we know who that woman was?
We didn't leave anything behind
Do
for
we
us to
know?
identify her.
So after Hugin did his business, yes, last night, you guys went, or I believe it was probably Corey, went back and looked through the small little cave that the Dryad used to call her home. That's where she found that's where she found your belongings that the Boggles had taken. But there was no other sign of any kind of evidence left behind. It was basically an empty cave with some cobwebs, things like that, some empty spider sacks, spider egg sacks, and stuff like that. So no traces of who that person may be.
Yeah, Corey relays that to him.
It is quite strange, because when we were walking in here, there were 2 or 3 dead bodies out in where we got attacked by the Boggles, but they seem to have been dead for a long time, so she must have been in this area for quite a while. Maybe even before you guys came to this forest.
She probably needed a lot of time to prepare such a powerful spell, and enough time to get the whatever ingredients that she needed. It wouldn't surprise me.
That makes sense.
Were there no weird occurrences whenever y'all first traveled through this forest?
Define weird occurrence. I mean, we've
I
had a
don't
lot
know.
of things.
A giant fucking troll monster and frogs that eat calendar boys?
I don't know. We were encountered by this giant snake who turned into a detective. I don't know how that worked.
I'm talking about before my time.
Oh, before your time? Before?
Yes.
Oh,
No
well,
abominations of nature, I can assure you that much.
nobody
Except for
told us
Latvian.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Well, she must have been cooking that up for quite a while, and
There's the kind of like, I don't know, after defeating her and Hugin pooping in the pot, I know the immediate area is kind of like messed up around us because of the poisonous stuff, but what about the rest of the forest? Does it look like it's kind of starting to, even with the slightest, like start to heal?
Well, might have to set out to find out.
All right.
All
He
right.
rhymed with that.
Here's kind
Let's set up.
Jot some stuff down and start following the group.
And to be fair, from what Corey relayed to you, It did not seem like this lady was defeated, per se. It seems like she set out to, or she accomplished what she set out to do, it appears. Seeing how once that spell from the cauldron activated, she vanished into thin air. So the paladins tag along with you guys as you head to Baland. As you're all chatting, they mentioned that we need to head back to Baland in order to report to our outpost there, as well as we do need to get a cart and maybe some extra hands in order to bring back the bodies of those travelers that we initially set out to find. We know where the Myconid colony is, and that's where the bodies are. So after we head into Baland, we'll be heading back into these woods to reclaim the bodies for the families of those that lost their friends and loved ones.
Oh, it's very noble of you.
Oh, it's just what we do.
It's going the extra mile. Or whatever, fathom.
Well, that works for us because we won't be staying in Baland for too long. Corey, the whole the for the time they've been walking, she's been quite reticent, just like she's deep in thought.
Elbow. Thank you.
Huh?
Nothing.
He had to look up that word. What it meant.
Big words, yeah. So yeah, she's just kind of like, so we can definitely help on the way back once we're ready to go.
Oh, Cora, you all have done more than enough. You defeated that creature, fungal rot. You helped us defeat those spiders in the forest, and of course, you helped deal with the lady of the woods. And even though we didn't get her, it appears that getting rid of her has done the force some good. And
well, I wouldn't say we got rid of her. I think she just, who knows when she'll return. I don't think the forest is safe from her or anybody associated with her.
And as you guys are traveling through the Dunmas Woods, there is still a large amount of mushrooms and dying trees just kind of scattered throughout. But the further away you get from the battlefield where you just encountered the lady in the woods, the more you notice that the mushrooms are beginning to dry out and shrivel. Their once vibrant and fluorescent colors have changed to like a dull brown or gray, and you can hear the very timid chirps of nearby birds and the scrounging of small animals on the forest floor. The Dunmas Woods that were once seemingly devoid of animal life has seemingly come alive again, and it appears that whatever you've all done here, in terms of driving away that the lady in the woods, defeating fungal rot, it has had an impact for the better on the Dunmas Woods.
What kind of? Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say that does visibly make Corey feel like a little less on edge, but she's still very clearly like something's off with her, and she's just kind of like not really staying with the group. She's kind of walking ahead with Hugin on her shoulder, she's kind of just petting him intermittently, but like almost absent-mindedly. But she does kind of visibly relax a little bit once she does see that the forest is healing.
I'll go up to one of the trees where I hear some birds chirping, and I'll cast Speak with Animals myself.
Okay.
And I'll kind of look up into the tree and be like,
Good morning, fellow buds. How are we doing this morning?
Hello, birds.
And you see just like a brown little sparrow with like a white feathers for its breast and like a light brown feathers with black spots on its back. Just kind of snaps its head around very quickly and looks down towards you rather quizzically and says, "Oh, hello. You could talk to me?"
I can, yes. It is nice to see you. I haven't seen such a beautiful creature in such a long time in these woods.
Well, there's been a strange smell that all the birds warned me about, but it seems that smell's gone now.
That is good there. Well, you should thank the people behind me. They are the heroes of this forest. They defeated the monster and got rid of the smell.
Oh, that's great. I'm going to tell all the birds to come back.
Good, you should. Make sure you live a wonderful life and populate these woods and make it as beautiful as it once was, okay?
Oh, okay. That sounds like a plan to me.
Well, you have a beautiful morning and sing your songs as we walk back to the city, okay?
All right, and then you just hear the birds start chirping rather pleasantly. And as you're walking, Mo, you can see a few more sparrows kind of just weave in from the trees and join the one that you were talking with.
awesome. Yeah, I'll do a little bow and a little chirp and kind of walk over to the group. I'll look at Midas and be like,
Hey, Midas, they said you stink.
You know, I don't care, actually.
Well, that's what the bird community is saying, so take it as you will.
That's the word of the bird, if you will.
The bird is the word.
I know that song.
Midas just roll his eyes.
Yeah, Corey doesn't even react. She just, you don't even hear like a chuckle or anything from her.
So, Mo, are we just gonna just drop you off at like the nearest at the nearest dumpster?
Here's Caspian!
Like,
What? Yes!
sorry, I was thinking of Eladrian. I'm just gonna just drop you off somewhere random. Like, the forest, it seems fine now. I mean, your job here is over, right? You can leave us alone.
It is, yes, but y'all were talking a few days ago, and you said you were headed to the Nokolan forest.
Did we say that?
Yes.
We did.
I'd
Did
really
we say that? Did Eladrian say that?
Well, I mean, it was said. Whether or not I'm the one that said it, it makes no difference.
I mean, you just can't shut up. Okay, perhaps we're going this way. Why?
Well, if you are headed that way, I'd really like to join. If this lady is truly still out there, maybe she's targeting another forest on this country, this continent, this land.
Uh-huh.
So
Are you sure you can deal with us much longer? Weren't you just complaining less than an hour ago?
I was complaining about you, yes.
You was complaining about us because you was in pain, and we kept getting into fights.
I was just asking the question if this was a common occurrence with you guys.
And I said yes, and you did not have a good reaction.
Well, shit. You know, my
Fuck it!
not all the. You don't have to be right all the time. You know that, right?
It's so hard, I know.
But if you would have me, I would like to journey with you.
We're good, thank you though.
I vote yes.
No, we're good. That's one yes and one no.
But are we supposed to vote right now?
She gets
I don't
half
have
a
to
vote.
like.
I don't know unless is this a dictatorship
yeah.
and Midas is the ruler.
We are voting. We are voting.
Technically, she
which-
gets half a vote, so it's 1 and 1.5.
We are
Wait a minute.
expanding-
I outweigh him. My yes is bigger.
We are expanding the flock of the ducks.
As I was saying, half a vote.
She is much bigger. She might be 2 votes.
No, I'm.
Yeah.
But we're going off brain size.
That isn't very nice. That means yours is 0.1.
Well, no.
What? Yes. Oh, cat got
Yeah.
your tongue, Midas. See what it's like
You
to be
hear
put in your
Coach
place.
chuckle to herself. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not helping yourself either.
What?
Whatever. Anyways. Midas is gonna like start walking faster, not wanting to deal with Mo, and also not admitting defeat. he has to take a second to come up with something.
Mo smiles under his mask.
Yeah, Corey didn't even react to that either, and you know she'll rib on Midas. She won't
Hey,
miss an opportunity.
hey,
And Hugin on your shoulder, Corey, just kind of in your head, just says, "Is everything all right, Ma? You're kind of quiet."
Corey will say, like, in her head, so not to, like, nobody else would be able to hear, but she would say to him that Hugin, I need to meet someone in Baland who I have not seen in many years. And she's like trying to find a way to explain it to a bird, but like he's not really gonna get it. Like she knows he's not, so she's like, and it makes me sad and angry.
Do you not want to meet this person?
I do. I desperately do, but I'm afraid of what I'll find if that is even the person I know, or I'm afraid that my anger will take over, and when that happens, it doesn't end well.
Well,
I don't know.
do you want me to poop on him?
Holy question.
You know, Hugin, that wouldn't be a bad idea, but no, this is something for your mom to handle.
Well, if there's anybody that can do it, Ma, it's you.
I hope so. Thank you, Hugin. I'm glad I can always talk to you.
And if you need me to poop on him, I got one in the chamber.
I know, Hugin. I know. She stops talking to him after that. She's still kind of like, just kind of folds her arms across her chest as she's kind of leaving, like the forest, and her ears are kind of bent down, like she's very going through it.
Yeah.
The
So
crew
the-
is glum right now.
The Dunmas woods begin to thin out as you all near the end of the trail through the forest. The bright sun breaks through, and it feels as though this is like the first time you've all seen sunlight before, as the path through the Dunmas woods for the last few days has been very dark and dreary. But the open blue skies above and the smell of the nearby ocean can only mean one thing. You finally made it out of the Dunmas woods, and the port city of Baland can be seen in the distance as every footstep brings you closer to civilization. And let's take a little break.
Pooch.
Woohoo.
All right.
So let's take a tenor.
A tenner?
A tenor. A tenor. So come back at 10:20.
How long is it? How long is a soprano?
That was actually great. That was so great.
Such a dad.
Such a dad.
All right, guys, go do your thing.
Guys, I'm writing a song. Right, I got a song for introducing Mo as a mighty duck.
Okay, so you're ready and prepped.
Alrighty, everybody back?
Yep.
User.
All right.
Yep.
That's 3 of you. Everyone else.
I've been here. I never left,
Shh.
but I'm.
It's waiting on Maine over there.
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, now he speaks up. He's been playing Rivals in the background.
No. No. No.
That's
sadly,
fine.
no.
There'd be a lot more yelling.
Yeah. Ultimate Spider-Man! Like,
God, I hate Spider-Man so much.
same.
So much hate.
Are you here? It's just Peter Cat.
Alrighty. So, the hustle and bustle of the port city of Baland remains the same as it always has. Numerous traders bringing their wares to and from the port, some to sell their wares on the open market, others to transport goods to the other cities in Stellaris. Children run through the streets, giggling and laughing, while patrons on the balcony of the Ocean's Respite cheer with their mugs full of mead and sing a happy sea shanty.
Sea shanty.
Paladin Theodore looks to you all and says, "Well, I think this is where we will part from you all. Once again, I can't thank you enough for all the great work that you've done in the Dunmas Woods. You've done the people of Stellaris proud."
And I thank you for keeping us safe from those night terrors.
Well, that's
Quite awful.
that is our pleasure, Miss Corey. Now,
Thank you.
don't you guys be getting into too much trouble now.
Where's my hug?
That never works.
And Theodore blushes ever so gently, and he'll just give you a hug, drag.
Yep. Big long one. Big bear hug.
He's like, "Okay, I have to leave now." So he is eventually able to disengage from you there, and he gives you a nice, gives all of you guys a rather hearty bow and heads off as Irma follows behind him. She doesn't really say anything as she leaves. She just kind of gives you a little wave, and that's it. So you guys are in the city of Baland. It's open for you guys to explore. What do you guys want to do?
Finally.
As we walk in, I think I have to announce our arrival with song.
Yeah.
Of course.
Of course. So I will sing the ballad of Mo Laveau as on our way into the city of Baland. It goes a little something like this. It goes. There's a tale about a man from the deep bayou with a moss-covered staff and a swampy view. He walks through the mist with the mask on his face. Says he solves crimes, but that ain't the case. Now the mighty duck, we've seen some sights. Now, the mighty ducks, we've seen some sights. We fought through storms and endless fights. But never have we met a man so lost, trying to solve crimes at his own damn cost. Oh, Mo Laveau, where'd you go wrong? Tracks go right, but you look left all along. You're searching for clues and you miss them all. That man ain't the killer. He's a tree, y'all. He kneels down low, sniffing at the ground. Someone passed through here, he says, real proud. But those ain't footprints, no trail to chase. It's just Midas dropping bombs all over the place. Mo pulls out a book, trying to look real wise, but it's upside down. Yep, no surprise. He follows a suspect down the street so slick. Turns out its own shadow. The boy ain't quick. Oh, Mo Laveau, where'd you go wrong? The tracks go right, but you look left all along. You're searching for clues, but you miss them all. This man ain't a killer. He's a tree, y'all. So, welcome, Mo, to the Mighty Ducks. You're one of us now, so best of luck. You might not be smart, but you sure are kind, even if your brain's 2 steps behind.
There are tears in my eyes.
Just give
My
yourself a
God.
point of inspiration for that.
Like, what is going on?
Beautiful.
That's fucking awesome.
Bars.
Not till we were crying.
What's what instrument were you playing as you sang that? If you were using an instrument
Oh,
at
I-
all?
Absolutely using my lute wherever I could in order to yes.
So, as you sing the song and walk through, tons of people are watching you. You can see if Mo could blush behind his mask, he's definitely blushing for sure. But like a lot of the children are like cheering and clapping along. Like they obviously don't know who even Mo is. It's just like they're just clapping along with it.
Kind of as he's singing, Mo's like thinking to himself like, what did I do? And he pulls out his book, and Eladrin will say the part about the book being upside down. He'll look down, it's upside down. He's like, oh no, what did I do?
Hey, did you guys read the bridge in that song as well?
I couldn't do the bridge. I
It's
couldn't be you.
Hilarious.
Hold on, y'all. To do something really important. This here fella was attacked by a weregator. These tracks were
This is so serious.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
Oh, that's awesome. Fuck. Bravo. Fucking bravo.
Very
That was
good.
great.
Yeah.
That was great.
Round of applause.
The Ballad of Mo Laveau.
So yeah, and as you end the song, like just the audience just yay. Some little kid in the crowd says, "Mo sounds dumb."
I am not dumb. Eladrin, what is this song?
It is the Ballad of Mo Laveau. It is your story.
Is this how you see me?
It is not how I see you, but it is how you present yourself.
But I was just trying to solve a case. Like my parents. My dead parents. And you sing a song?
And you're so close. You're so close.
Do you promise?
I believe it. You believe in you, Mo.
Look at it this way.
you
He
can do
cared enough about you to write a song of your adventure with us thus
This is-
far.
this-
He hasn't done that for us. Well, individually.
Don't give him any ideas.
We never
I'm
know.
sure you're next.
Well, I guess the nicest part of the whole thing was you were accepting me as the Mighty Ducks. I think that's the only part that I smiled about.
Well, just think about it this way, Mo. Like, I mean, once you start getting really razzed by these people, it means you belong.
Oh.
Except
Well-
for Midas, I still don't know what it means when he's mean to me. So,
Good.
Fucking deadpan. Good.
Drag
the,
leans over and is like, I don't think anybody does.
the crowds that you've started to accumulate there, Elijah, and everyone starts kind of breaking away. And Mo, you can just hear some kids singing, "He walks through the nest with the mask on his face. Says it's all crime, but that ain't the case."
It's catching.
Oh no! This is going to reach my hometown. Oh no!
Oh, that was fun.
So. Oh, go ahead. Go.
No. That's all you. That's all you. I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something stupid.
Say it.
Okay.
Say your stupid stuff.
Yeah, say it. Just say it. Get it out.
There's already
Get
a
it
song
out.
about me.
Get it out.
I'll go up to Jag. It's like,
Jack, do you think I'm dumb?
Absolutely not.
Thank you. I think you're very smart as well.
Oh.
So, detective skills again. Once,
God damn it!
just top notch.
She pats him on the back and says, I don't think we should tell Midas about this.
We keep it between us. Yes.
Deal.
So Corey will kind of look at the group, the flock, and say, I really need to go to the jail.
Yes, Miss Corey, I have the 1,000 gold to pay his bail if we need to do so. Okay, so I will go with you.
Oh, what? Oh, Koshka, that's so much money. I
Where do you
couldn't
get
ask.
that from? Wait a minute.
800 gold.
What?
Zara stole 200.
What did you say?
Nothing.
Czar stole 200.
Without me knowing, I still have it as 1,000 in my thing.
I thought we had split it up whenever we got it, so I've been using it with Zara's character.
Oh no, I still have the 1,000. I took the whole 1,000. We got money for something else though, so that's all you. You do you.
Okay.
LOL.
I'm sorry. My bad.
I love that Zar thought he was stealing this whole time too. Like that's great. Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah, Corey is like, I could not ask you to do such a thing. Even though you guys did technically, you did put him in the jail, but I mean, he kind of
He deserved
deserved it.
I'm pretty sure that we got the $1,000 as a reward for putting him in the jail. And then yeah, so then we said we would use it to bail him out should you want that. You know?
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I
It's
don't.
not
I don't
hard-earned
feel so
money.
bad then. Yeah. It's paying it forward after getting it.
Yes. It was more of a contingency plan, so we had money to get him out. So it was well thought out at the time.
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry, I forgot about that. It's just now that we're here, it's just weighing so heavily on my mind.
Are you okay, Miss Corey? What are you feeling about this?
Many things. I haven't seen Caspian in 5 years. I had our child, his child. I had to go through that now 9 months without him, and raised her for all these years by myself and Quinn, my best friend. If it wasn't for her, I don't know what I would do. But it's been hard. It's been unbearably hard, and I always dreamt of this day, and yet when I think about him, I just get so angry. Why did he leave? What happened?
Well, Miss Corey, I understand the need to be angry at him because he left you in a bad position. And also, I think I remember you saying that you thought he died. So, that's not a great way to leave somebody. So, if you want me to use my interrogation on him, I will. I am right there to back you up, and nothing bad will happen, no matter what the outcome.
Corey will just give Koshka a hug, and she just kind of she says like soft enough for only Koshka to hear. Just gives her a very tight hug when she says that, and she goes, "That sounds so much like Czar."
Oh,
Sorry. And she'll let go and say, "It just." And she'll like kind of wipe her eyes and go, I really appreciate that.
of course, Miss Corey. I mean, you know, it could go one of two ways. One, he's wonderful. He has a good explanation, you know, and we let him back into your life. Or your life is already going fine without him. So, I mean, you're not missing anything. If he doesn't bring something to your life, you don't bring him into yours, you know?
You're so right. Thank you. It feels like a weight off my chest to get that out.
No problem. Now let's go get this bastard, shall we?
Yes, let's go get him.
Okay. And she like links in her arm and says, "Come on, Pippi." And then she starts to stroll off to the jailhouse a little bit faster.
No. Yeah, they go out together. Corey is definitely in much better spirits now.
And what about everybody else? What do you guys want to do? Everyone just going?
Yeah, I'm definitely walking next to Pippi.
Nice.
I mean, yeah, Midas is just following along with the group for the at least for the main group is going. I don't know if everybody's kind of going with Corey or giving her a little alone time, but yeah.
Now, even if anybody tried to go off, Corey would ask, like, "Do you all mind coming with me? I mean, we've traveled together for so long, and I really, I can't do this without you guys."
Don't. Of course, we are a flock, and we will fly together.
Thank you, Eladrian.
Would you like me to come as well? I know you haven't known me for very long, but I can be there to support you. And
Shut up, duckling. Come on.
Oh, God.
He's like, "Yeah, I'll, of course, it's fine."
We're like, you heard the song, you're one now.
Yeah.
I was trying to forget it.
Oh no, it's gonna catch around the town. Everybody's gonna sing it. It's quite catchy.
It's not, but they're
Oh,
not
it's
wrong.
good. You're just a hater, Midas. It's
Yeah.
pretty good.
I'm already humming it.
That's because there's nothing else in there to entertain you. We can tag along, Corey. No worries.
Great. And yep, she'll go off to the jailhouse.
All right. So you guys are familiar with where the government house, being there a time or two before. You guys,
Awkward.
you guys head over to the government building, and as is tradition, there is a long line of people kind of standing on the outside of this rather large stone fencing that this building has. The stone walls are about like 6-7 feet tall, actually probably like 8 feet, so they're taller than Drag, so she can't see. And it just kind of wraps there's like a line that just kind of wraps around. You can see just a lot of people impatiently tapping their foot and just kind of waiting for the ability to get in to access whatever kind of permits or anything like that is needed. You see a Vrento guard at the front checking people's ID and kind of talk to them, asking them what they're here for. So Corey, you kind of head on up to this one here and just inquire about the guard asks you, are you here for permits or other business?
I'm here for a person who is being held here for being the bandit, the what
What was he called? The Thunder Bandit or something?
So dumbass.
Thunder
Something.
Bunny.
Thunder Bunny?
I don't know.
Caspian is
Actually.
his name, his actual name. I'm here for him.
And in what capacity are you here for him?
I need to speak with him. He is my daughter's father, and I really, really need to talk to him. Whatever policies and stuff you have, I need you to just please let me speak with him. I have to.
You see the guard's eyes kind of light up a little bit as he says, "Please hold here. I'll go confer with the other guards inside, and we'll see about having you come talk to him." And you see him just kind of take off inside really quickly.
All right, I've waited this long. I can wait a little longer.
And she's just kind of impatiently tapping her little rabbit foot.
Oh,
It's like just gotta go in a mile a minute.
As
Are you trying to make a fucking hole in the ground?
Shut up, Midas.
Okay.
as you guys are just
okay.
Yes.
as you guys are waiting there, you can see coming up behind you, you hear some dwarvish men just say, "Out of the way, please. We're hauling a stone over." And you see him like in a large kind of rickshaw cart dragging these multiple bricks. And he has to kind of squeeze by you guys as you are all standing in front of the gates.
But what are all the bricks for? Are you building something?
Oh yeah, there was damage to the side of the jailhouse not just only a few days ago.
What? What
Oh,
happened? Was there
shit.
this? What? There's a storm or something? What?
Thunder.
How did it get damaged?
Well, you see the dwarf just kind of look back and forth, just kind of like slowly puts down the rickshaw cart. He says, "Well, you didn't hear it from me, but I heard that somebody caused a little bit of an explosion and there was a bit of a jailbreak."
Corey's heart just plummets when he says that. And like her eyes get really big. And she just kind of is like frozen for a second. Her ears are like perked straight up. And then the anger comes. And her hair starts lighting on fire as she goes,
What did you say?
And at this point, you see the guard starting to come back towards you all, and the dwarvish man says, "Oh, well, I gotta get back to work," and starts dragging the cart inside the courtyard, and he immediately kind of veers off to the right and around the side of the building. The guard comes up to all of you and says, "Captain Ricard would like to have a word with you. Please follow me."
Oh god, this
Corey
is great.
just ooh, like if he looks at Corey, if he's looking at her face, like her eyes are just this very intense red, like she's just trying so hard to hold it in. She's just kind of gives him a curt nod and says,
Okay.
The guard
and
looks.
she, yeah.
The guard looks you over. Was your hair always on fire like that?
Let's go.
Oh, okay. And, just escorts you guys inside, and just very briefly, as you're walking through the courtyard here, you can see there's a lot of displaced brick on the side of the government building. There's a few dwarves, a couple of humans that are kind of mixing up mortar, getting ready to repair whatever's going on. And as the rental guard escorts you inside, you see standing kind of right at the front desk, speaking with the secretary that's there, quite an imposing figure. You see an older human man turns over to all of you as you come into the building. And this man is donned in very decadent plate armor. As he looks over to you all, you guys see that his face is like, his face and body are like permanently tanned from just spending years out in the sun of Baland. He doesn't have any kind of like facial hair or even like eyebrows or hair or anything like that. Like it's just completely bald all over, but he has a very like bronze skin, speckled with like almost like little liver spots, little freckles, like liver spots on the top of his head, little freckles on his face. He does, even though like he doesn't have any hair, you can tell by like the wrinkles in his face that he is a rather like older gentleman. And you can see everyone around him is just very diligently listening to every word that this person has to say. People come in and he has a quick word with them and they're off and running immediately. So as you come up to this person, the guard turns to him and says, Captain Ricard, these are the folks that were outside, and this fine Harangon here says that she's well, I'll let you explain, my lady.
Where is Caspian?
Well, that's a question that I'm looking to get the answer to myself.
What happened? Tell me everything.
Well, hold on.
Well, before we make any kind of discussion here, how about you introduce yourself?
Corey just like where is he? Is he like standing? Is he like sitting at a desk? Like what?
No, he's standing up right next to the secretary's desk. And Drag, this person is just a little bit shorter than you, which is quite tall for a human. He's probably like a solid like 6'5". Like he is a very well put together man, even in his old age.
Got it. So Corey like just takes a deep breath. She kind of looks over at the ducks. And it kind of tempers her anger a little bit. She just takes very, very deep breaths, and her hair, like the ends of it, stop flickering. And she says, "Right. Pardon me. My name is Corey Riviani. I was his partner years ago. I haven't seen him in 5 years, and he is also the father of my daughter. And I didn't know he was in this area. My companions here, they were the ones who apprehended him and turned him over to you. And they had told him that they were going to come and bring me with them so that I may speak with him, and depending on how the conversation went, I would pay his bail, whatever, however much that would be. But you're telling me I didn't even hear it from you. I didn't hear it from your guard. I heard it from the street that there was a jailbreak. What happened?"
Well, Miss Riviani, that's what we're trying to find out ourselves. It was just only a few days ago that a large explosion rocked the government building, and seemingly so that your former partner, Caspian, was the only escapee. It may have been a targeted escape plan. so to speak. So we're doing some investigating currently. But if you could give us any additional information, I know it's you said it was been quite a little while since you last saw him, but if you have any information for the Vrento God, it would be in your best interest to let us know post haste.
I don't have any information. And now she's like getting more upset of like, I haven't seen him in 5 years since he walked out on me. And that is why I'm coming to you to ask what happened and where he went, where if you have any clues. So I need to know. Are you that incompetent?
The large man just kind of laughs, chuckles a little bit to being called incompetent.
You know, it's been a little while since I've been called incompetent, but usually it's my son that's calling me that. And if you're the people that brought in this Thunder Bandits, then I think you've definitely had a encounter or two with my son. You might know him better as Sergeant Brick.
Yes, I remember him, but it is not about him. What? Are there any kind of clues that he left behind? Anything? Is anybody out looking for him?
Oh, yes, of course, we're scouring the city for him, but we haven't come up with anything just yet. It might be he has some allies within the city that are concealing his location from us, and I might say we do have quite the force looking out for him in every nook and cranny of the city. We just haven't come up with anything just yet. And matter of fact, we're trying to figure out exactly how this person was able to detonate the wall. There was no signs of magic or any sort. So quite the interesting case.
No magic? And yeah, she just like takes a moment to just kind of try and think. And again, she's like trying really hard to like, no, I can't get mad. I can't get like trying really hard to like keep it in. Yeah.
Koshka sees Corey struggling with this and then kind of like puts like a paw on her arm and is like, okay, so we are the ones that brought them in. So you said that there was, and kind of like tries to take over the conversation for Corey so she can like, you know, like kind of breathe for a second and process that info. And then she kind of like looks around. She goes, well, I don't remember him saying he worked with anybody. Does anybody else remember him saying he worked with anybody?
No.
No?
No. I'm new here.
Oh, yeah. Not you, Mo. Not you. You're off the hook.
Remember, he doesn't remember anything, so...
Yes.
We'll start taking notes, Mo. We'll conduct our own investigation, okay?
I mean, it sounds like me, like you need a detective.
It does. It does sound like that. Don't worry, the Mighty Ducks are on the case. Do you have anything else?
I just don't say anything.
Too late.
Okay.
Too late.
Oh, so you are all the Mighty Ducks. Now that's starting to paint the picture a little bit more.
What do you mean? You
No.
didn't know we were? We dropped him off.
We have many talents, but painting is a new one for us.
Well, I
He is
wasn't
right.
here when that happened. I'm busy, you know, dealing with the rest of the city, but my son told me a little bit about your encounters, let's say, at the port, and then what you did for the shipyards, dealing with the piracy at sea, as well as bringing in this Thunder Bandit. So, hearing that Miss Corey here has a very personal connection with this bandit, I think we might be able to help each other out here.
Okay. What can we do?
Well, let me ask, in everyone else's conversations with the Thunder Bandit, did he mention that was he wanting to see Miss Corey here? Was that part of what he wanted to do?
I think he did say that, and I forget.
He did. You guys told me that he
Then he
did.
definitely did. Past me who said that remembered at the time, but current me who has dealt with some trauma has forgotten what I said. So you are right.
It's okay, Koshka. It's okay. Just yes, they told me that he had desired to see me, and
I mean, I
haven't
think
seen
we told him we were going to bail him out. So I don't know why he would have left.
Is it possible he could have been taken?
Taken?
Well,
Could he?
No offense, but
Who
who
would
would want
want
to take him?
I found
I don't know. I mean, clearly somebody had to know him in order to come specifically for him. He said it was targeted. He was the only person who got out,
The only one.
as you said, correct?
yes, that is correct. It appears whoever was trying to get at Caspian was able to successfully do so without releasing any of the other prisoners that are down there.
That's impressive.
Yes, exactly. That's why we're all a little bit perplexed. This seems to be the work of quite the master criminal.
I swear to you, we most certainly had nothing to do with it. Like we've said, like Oshka said, we made an arrangement. They said that they would come. We would all come with me, the person he was trying to see this whole time, and so I haven't seen him. When exactly? You said a few days ago.
Yes, just a few days ago, there's an explosion rocked the side of this building, and in the ensuing chaos, Caspian was able to successfully escape. And he has not been seen or heard of since, at least within the walls of Baland, from what our intelligence has to say.
Well, maybe we could, take a look at where the wall was broken, maybe speak to your intelligence agents, get some more info, and conduct an investigation of our own. And if we do find him, we'll be sure to bring him back to you, because obviously we can't have prisoners escaping. Maybe could you give us some of your intel and take us to where the wall exploded, etc.?
Well, I think with the assistance of Miss Corey, this Caspian may actually make himself known if he knows that she's looking for him. So let me escort you all to the site of the incident, and you can take a look for yourselves. It is the repair process has just begun. We're gathering materials and getting them all prepared. But you can take a look at the site of the crime and kind of take a look and tell me what you all think. Seems to be some of you are quite experienced if what my son said to me is true about you all. So let's head on over there and take a look.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. What do you say, Mr. Detective?
Honestly, my ego's a little bit deflated right now, so it's hard to
A little fragile, are we? Oh.
to detect. Yes, but
Koshka,
I will try my best.
I was gonna say, Koshka pops her head around and says, "Was it the song? Did the song get to you?"
He does not speak. He just puts his head down.
As you're walking away, you can hear the little secretary just kind of humming to herself. Mo pulls out a book, trying to look real wise, but it's upside down. Yep, no surprise. It's like
he'll look at his book again, look at the trash can, throw it in the trash can, and keep following the book the group outside.
So you guys all follow Captain Ricard outside, and he brings you over to the side of the building. You guys come out through the front and loop around the side. You see kind of a lot of piles of stones and mortar getting ready to be processed and readied. A lot of dwarves are here. You know, everyone knows dwarves are excellent with masonry. And looking at the hole in the side of this building, it's not exactly like a perfect circle or anything like that. It is like something took an absolute giant hammer to this thing and just blew out a perfectly sized, I would say maybe like a 4 foot wide by 4 foot tall chunk out of this wall. There's debris that's on the inner side of the wall, and you can see shards and just little chunks of brick and mortar that are just kind of strewn upon the grass on the interior of the wall still. You can see a couple of Rento Guard, just there's only maybe one that's kind of in the area. They're just kind of looking around, just keeping an eye out on things. They've already done a majority of the investigating in the few days after the event took place. So Captain Ricard kind of looks over to you all.
Well, as you can see, here is the route that Caspian took to get out. It is our impression that whoever aided Caspian in leaving, they seemingly fled over the walls quite quickly during the ensuing chaos. But feel free to have a look at the walls, at the destruction, and if you have any questions, you can ask my agent over there. I unfortunately have some other issues I need to take care of, but feel free to take your time here. The guards will know that you have my permission to be here.
I appreciate it. And sorry for my choice words earlier.
Oh, that's quite all right. I understand it's a little bit of a delicate situation that you're dealing with here.
And yeah, can I look and see if there are any kind of tracks leading out from like the scene or anything like that would give some kind of clue as to maybe what direction he was heading?
Yeah, so I'll give us a couple of options here, because so this way we're not all just jumping in and kind of rolling. So I'm gonna kind of let you, Corey, choose who you'd want to kind of pair up with in terms of looking around at this place.
Okay. That would definitely be someone with an intelligence higher than mine, because I have a 0 on that investigation. I am perceptuous, but I am not investigative. Nature detective. Do you have any? Can you lend any of your expertise, even though we are not in the wilderness?
You're so fucked.
Anything?
I mean, all I really know is my knowledge stems greatly, but only of nature, not much of this.
Midas. Listen, I was giving you a chance to redeem yourself.
What-
So if you don't have to take that, then...
The good thing about myself is that I can uplift people around me, so I can
No, we
give
don't
you
need that. We don't need that
a-
bullshit right now. Midas, help me.
We never needed it. Might as well get up from leaning from the wall and come over. Alright, what are we looking at?
I'm trying to see if he left any tracks.
All right, so you guys can either each roll individually, or one person can help the other out by giving them advantage.
For like an investigation roll?
It'll be an investigation roll.
Okay, cool. I have a +3. So
Cool, I'll help you.
give me a minute.
tap him on the back, and give him guidance.
And do not touch me.
All right. No guidance for you. It was not accepted. All right. So with a dirty 20. So in this particular moment, Corey, you said you kind of want to see if there's tracks or anything like that.
Yeah.
All right. So it has been a couple of days since the event took place. So you kind of help with Midas's help. You kind of start off with maybe the most obvious thing, which is like going straight from where this hole in the wall is directly straight to this large 8-foot wall, because they had to get over it somehow. So as you approach the walls, you can see little scuff marks climbing up the wall, like very, very faint, but there are little scuff marks, like it might have been from something with maybe some claws. Definitely not just a Harengon. You can see like a very faint Harengon footprint, but on the wall it's like a small like claw would have made these scuff marks.
Interesting. Okay, so she'll note that. Like, and then she'll since she can just hop, like just hop over the gate. Like she could jump like 15 feet. Can she try and jump like up to the top, like scale the wall basically without disturbing the footprints? She would go somewhere else to try and like scale it.
Yeah, so you kind of hop up. Midas, you can't hop up, but
No.
Corey is able to hop up and over. But on the other side, Corey, all that remains, you can see scuff marks on the other side of the wall, but all throughout this road, like it is just like multiple alleyways, many buildings, and with the traffic, the foot traffic and all the other kinds of things that get dragged and come through this area, there's no clear direction as to where they might have taken off. They literally could have went anywhere at this point.
Okay. She'll get Hugin from her shoulder and she'll say,
Hugin, scout the area.
You got it, Ma.
Look for Harengon with silver fur, blue eyes.
I gotta get pretty close if I'm looking at their eyes, but okay.
But just if you see anything like a silver bunny, look like, kind of like me. Well, not like me, more bunny than me. That's what you're looking for. That's your target.
All right, sounds good. I'm off.
Dang! The fucking flap away.
Oh God.
so yeah, she'll
Hugin's
let
gone.
you go. Yeah, she'll let him go. And yeah, so she'll come back. She'll hop back over, the wall. And yeah, and come back, return to the scene, and keep looking around.
All right, so just go ahead and roll perception for Hugin. And what would you next be looking for in this crime scene area?
First let me pull up his stats. I know he has advantage on perception. Let's see.
Boopy doopy doo. So keen sight, yeah. Advantage on perception.
Yep.
He's got like a +2 to wisdom.
Yeah.
Okay, so 16. All right. So what are you going to kind of take a look at in this area?
Let's see. Y'all can pitch in too, because I My brain is small.
Like most.
It's smooth. It's smooth.
I am more wise than I am intelligent. I will say that. I can, however, give anyone an enhanced ability if they want to look closer into something, or help them with a little bit of guidance, if someone would like to.
You and his guidance.
I mean, it's useful. You can't say it's not.
Yeah, Midas is useful.
Let's see.
I'm useful.
You don't get told that a lot, huh?
Put that in your song.
Can I inspect like so what's in the room exactly? Like just like a basic like bed, like
Yeah, kind of like a
chamber
classic,
pot, like
classic little jail cell. There's a little cot there. The bars on the door are still intact, like the bars for the jail where he would have been kept, and everyone else like remembers seeing him in this particular cell when you guys visited him while he was in there.
Okay. She'll check the cot, inspect the cot to see if he may have left anything behind, like anything like around it or under it.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll. Once again, if Midas is helping you, you guys can roll separate, or have one of you guys
helping
roll.
him. Yeah, helping him.
Guidance.
Let him do it, Midas. This is very important.
Yeah, whatever. Don't need it though.
All right, 21. So you comb through, as much as you can, really, of this small kind of cot area, and tucked underneath, like a corner of this cot, like kind of like where I would say this is kind of like almost like a leather type of cot, kind of like tucked under the fold where they would seal it so that it's able to stay around the corners of the frame. You're able to find like a small like piece of paper, very small, like only like like an inch or two long, and on it, in a language that you don't really understand, it's almost in like it's drawn out in symbols rather than words.
Are they dancing symbols?
That thieves can't.
Is it the
Okay.
language of Dan?
Thieves can.
Yeah, thieves.
I speak sign language. Will that help?
Corey will hold it up and ask like,
Anybody make heads or tails of this?
What is that?
Make tales of it. Koshka, can you help with the tail part?
I can give it a shot, DM.
Roll for me history. History? Is history a good one? Hold on, let me see something.
I don't know, DM. Is it?
That's what I'm trying to figure out, man.
Is it?
Koshka, you can roll investigation for me.
Guidance.
This is Mo's just tapping everybody like guidance.
yeah.
I'll also enhance her ability and give her
Pick
advantage
one. You pick one.
on intelligence. Oh, you pick one? Okay, yeah, guidance. Sorry. Yeah.
My roll is.
I'm trying to stack all my stuff. They're so fun.
Stack it all.
Stacking
Give her
spells
advantage.
here.
Sorry, it's 14 plus 4, so it's 18.
That's right.
My dice thing is being weird.
All right.
Roll D4
Yeah,
too.
try. Either roll guidance because that's what you said first. So that's
Wait,
what I'm
is
going
it
with.
Yeah,
is it a D4?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So 20, dirty 20.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So Koshka,
Yeah.
you would know what this says based on some prior experience, and it says stay away from the wall.
Okay, so when she looks at it, she's gonna kind of read it and act like she's like really struggling, being like, I think it might be like,
Yours is
you
fucking
know,
stupid.
like I think that one is wall. And this one, I think it says stay away from the wall.
Amazing. How are you able to figure that out?
Oh, you know, I work in on the gas. They're essentially run by a criminal underworld. I work in the bars, you know, so you catch a couple things here and there.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so stay away. So he was warned about this before the blast happened.
Yes, it seems like it.
Yeah.
So maybe it was not his idea?
Did your husband have any sketchy friends whenever y'all were still together?
We weren't never married. We just dated, but
Sorry.
Oh well.
wanted to get married. Anyway, I'm sorry. What was the question?
Was afraid of commitment,
Focus.
was he? Could never pop the question.
Eladrian.
I'm sorry.
Stop.
Sorry.
Mo asked you if he had any sketchy friends.
No, no, he didn't. And she's trying to remember from their time together. Like, really, the times that we spent together is just me and him, and Quinn, of course, and the other people in the tavern. I mean, he was friendly with some of the folks, but they were all local to the Vatican. They were people I saw day in and day out doing honest jobs. Nobody, no miscreants or anything like that. There'd be the occasional traveler, of course, but no. The people he talked to were the people I knew.
So he wasn't involved in anything else?
Not that I know. Not that I know of. I back then. But I don't know. He never told me anything about that, or any kind of underground work or things of that nature. He always seemed very honest. But
Well, I think a lot can happen in 5 years, right? I mean, there's no way that, you know, well, there might be a way, but it's very slim pickings if life was as you are explaining it. So maybe he met this person in the last 5 years, you know? Or people.
The people, yes.
maybe, but that wouldn't explain me. Why would he have left?
Oh, I
wonder
thought
if-
we were trying to figure out who broke him out of here.
That too.
Oh.
But it's none of it's adding up. But we should focus on the present. Somebody must have known him and known he was in here and planned for it, planned to break him out and warned him ahead of time somehow. I don't know how it would have sent the message here, but he somehow obtained it.
Well, maybe we should make ourselves known in the Baland, you know? Just like Professor Rickard, what's his name? Something Rickard? Captain Rickard said, you know, like if he knows you're here, maybe, you know, he will find a way to contact you if he's still around.
So we try and maybe lure him to us with me?
Yes, just by making our presence known in Baland, I think. Maybe we do a little show. Eladrian plays the Mo Laveau song.
Wait!
That's a good idea.
Wait, that's perfect. I could
Couldn't have said it
sing
better
with
myself.
you. I could sing with you, and he always loved my singing. That was what drew him to Queen's Tavern to begin with. He was completely
course.
in love with my songs.
Did you have one you used to sing that he liked the most?
I do. I do. Yes. Yes, I
Okay.
do.
Okay, maybe you sing that one. We can go talk to the bald guy, and see if we can organize it to get your name out there to show that you're here.
Okay, that's a good plan. I feel a little better knowing we have a plan.
Okay, we will find him, Corey. Don't worry. But just to check in with the crew, should we tell him that we found this note, or should we keep that to ourselves?
I think
I mean-
ourselves for now.
Okay,
I
noted.
agree with Drag also.
Okay, we just keep this knowledge to ourselves about that there's other people and stuff. We just say we don't find anything. Let's do show.
Yes.
I think we need to know a little bit more before we see anything.
Okay.
Correct.
Because
Okay, I
now-
just want to make sure everybody heard that we just keep our information to ourselves. Just for the time being, that's all.
Ladrian.
Yes.
No,
You
no,
heard that? No,
no.
nothing. No two. No two.
What was that weird? Oh
Oh,
man.
I just got a tickle in my throat. It must be the dust. Okay, let's go find this guy and tell him the plan.
Great.
As we're walking away, I'll get it close to Eladrin and be like,
Aladrin, I can't keep things away from the cops.
No.
Do you want us to knock you out?
Maybe we keep him away from the cops. You know what I mean? You guys go do something else.
You can leave. You don't have to stay with us. You say you had other business. You weren't associated with us at the time that this happened.
Yeah.
Because if anything compromises this, you'll wish the cops had you.
Yeah, what she said.
I'll see the fire in her eyes. Gulp
Yeah,
loudly.
yeah. It is there.
Well, I think I'm gonna go back into the forest. If you need me, you'll find me there. Okay.
Great. Look
won't.
around for him in the meantime.
Yes, of course.
Aragon, gray hair, blue eyes.
There is something I want to ask you. So I do have something, kind of like whenever the Boggles stole Midas's ring, I can locate an object. Is there an object that you had given him, all those years ago that maybe he would still have? Maybe I can get a ping and find something.
Corey will think about it, and just kind of just shakes her head. And it's like I don't know. I don't think and it's been 5 years. Who knows if he even still has it?
Corey, didn't you send him a paper bird? Or he sent you a paper bird? I forget.
I thought we sent the paper bird
We sent the paper. Yeah, you guys
to
did.
right? Yeah.
Yeah,
My bad.
yeah.
Excuse
Yeah,
me.
you
over
sent it
here.
to yeah, you sent it to me, like explaining what happened.
Okay, got it.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
So you guys, the other Mighty Ducks, you guys have seen him physically in person. What is like an object that he had on his person that maybe could help? I don't know. Whenever you caught him.
I mean, he was just using scrolls.
Is there something I can roll to find out to see if I remember anything, DM? Because I don't, as a person.
You can roll history.
Why isn't it doing it? Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Okay, so it's 17 plus 1, which is 18.
All that you remember is that he was wearing just kind of some very general clothing. And like Midas mentioned, he was using scrolls, so things that are basically burned up after use.
Mm.
So nothing specific
Okay.
to kind of suss it out.
Okay. Everything we saw was pretty nondescript, almost like, oh, ignore that roll. Almost like he didn't want to be traced, so he didn't keep anything of value that we could see, like even his scrolls burnt up,
Right. Okay, well, I'll just go and I'll do a lap and see what I can find.
Yes, I'm
do
sorry I
it.
couldn't help more.
Um,
He left whatever he had on me. He left. It's like he vanished without a trace.
Corey, you feel like a little psychic ping from Hugin.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Mom, I see a silver herring gun, like you said.
What? Really? Where?
Well, you just look through my eyes. You can see.
Okay. And yeah, she'll look through his eyes.
So Hugin is currently perched on top of like a house corner, looking down, and it's close to maybe it's just down the street or so from the artsy tartsy, and there's a really chonky silver herringon just eating like cake on a bench.
Cake.
Is that him? Is that him, Mom?
No. Good try, but no. That Parangon is way too The build is not Caspian's build. He is much more fit.
Well, you said it had been 5 years, so I don't know. Maybe he's changed a bit.
No.
Left you for cake.
She like just like shakes her head and just she says to the group, she's like, Hugin thought he found Caspian, but it's just a very rotund herringon. It's not him. and she realized that to Hugin as well, like just saying no, you have a point, but I can see, I would know him. That's not him.
Oh, okay.
The
I'll
herringon
keep
that
looking.
we found was not rotund as well, just to let you know.
Yeah.
Okay,
He's not.
all right. I will make my search more specific.
Yes. Good work. keep up the good work.
Wow, your bird is so good at this.
I mean, better than our detective.
I know.
Oh, Mo.
I'm standing right here.
Catching strays.
I thought you were going into the woods, so go on.
I thought you were taking a lap, Jeez.
Useless.
Coach
A liar.
Yeah.
While you guys are all kind of standing around here, Pippi starts smelling something kind of along the walls where the hole was kind of busted out from.
I cast Speak with Animals.
All right. He says, Mom, I smell something.
What do you smell, little buddy?
Smells like smoke.
Okay.
He's right over here. And he just
Okay.
like points towards the direction.
Does it smell past this room?
No, but now that you mention it, he looks over to Midas. He says, he's kind of got a similar smell.
Pippi says that you stink like
What?
smoke.
What?
I don't know what that means yet, but he says he smells it on the walls over here at the corner, and then he also smells a similar smell on you.
what does that mean?
Maybe
Okay,
it's from
Pippi,
your-
I'm gonna need some elaboration here.
I mean, he's the Thunder Bandit, and Midas uses like thunder, and he's gauntlets. Maybe that's. Does he? Maybe it's from your weapon.
Is that what your Pippi smells?
Could I get him to do a slight investigation on you? I promise it won't hurt.
Sure. Why
Okay, Pippi,
I
you.
didn't think it would hurt. Why did you add that part?
I don't. Well, I don't.
Let the badger smell you.
Okay, Pippi, you go. Try to find the smell specifically on Midas. Okay.
Okay. And
Sorry, buddy.
You'll go.
Why do you say sorry?
It's weird to go smell another person. You go smell another person. See how
No.
uncomfortable you feel.
I'm not a person. I mean,
You're not a person.
not a person. I'm not a fucking
Wow.
badger.
It's really not that weird.
Sniff. What?
Pippi starts sniffing you, Midas. He kind of like sniffs your boots. He gets up on his hind legs to like smell your hands. And while he's doing that, Koshka, Pippi's like, no, it's not on his hands. It's not on his feet. Can you ask him to bend down a little bit? I think I can smell it's in his bag.
He asks if you can bend down. He thinks it might be your bag.
Okay. I just like squat a little bit lower.
And Pippi will like get up on his hind legs and kind of pull on the bag a little bit, pulling you down more so, Midas.
This is weird.
And Pippi starts kind of like digging his nose into the bag, and you can hear Koshka. You can hear a muffled, "No, yeah, it's in here somewhere."
Pippi, stop eating stuff.
No, I'm not eating anything. It's just me sniffing. And he's like, "Oh, yeah, it's definitely in here."
Oh, Pippi, get your the move.
Huh? What?
I got it. I don't need you setting this shit off.
Midas, what do you... Pippi, back up. What do you mean by that, Midas? What do you have in there?
This, he like rips out like one of the black powder bombs.
Oh my god. What?
What?
Oh, that's it. That's the smell.
Okay, a powder bomb. So we know that this was broken open with an explosive, which is why they did not find the magic traces. Okay, that's one step closer. So we're looking to find someone with explosives. Midas, did you break him out of jail?
Ew, no. We
In
put
the
him in
forest.
there.
I don't know what to. I don't know. I'm not
Alright.
that great as
No,
an
it didn't make-
investigator.
I mean, that.
Are you sure he wasn't affiliated with anyone or
Like
any
I said, Midas, it's nothing that I knew. I swear. If he was part of it when we were together, he never told me. There's a lot that he didn't tell me. So it's entirely possible, but I don't know.
Okay, it's okay, Miss Gray. It's okay. We'll figure it out. Pippi, can you try sniffing the cot and see if you can catch a scent that way?
Sure. And Pippi goes and sniffs the cot a little bit. I don't smell nothing.
Huh.
we might need to talk to somebody about the bomb.
Yes.
The one you have or the one that went off?
Not the one I have. I don't need to end up in somebody's fucking jail cell. The one that went off.
Oh.
And the fact that we recognize the smell.
Fine to share.
Okay, so just to be clear, we're able to share that with the police?
I mean, we should, and maybe the note, because the note implies somebody in here is not working under their dime.
Oh. Okay, well, I mean, I don't really care either way if we tell them or if we don't, but we need to make sure we don't jeopardize the operation. So if you think it is best, the
Why
majority
didn't you
thinks.
say anything in the first place, Midas?
I was letting you take the lead. This is your, you know. And also, we have a detective for a reason. It's not my fault he sucks at his job.
We do have a detective. That's right.
Well, we have more information. I think we have enough to at least put together the fact that somebody.
Regardless, I think we
Yeah.
should think about it a little bit because I don't know if y'all remember where I got these bombs from, but it wasn't, you know, down the street.
Where did you get them from?
You know, that's a good question. If I try to remember and rub my brain cells together, maybe back when we were, you know, doing the whole feast of famine. I think. I think.
Oh, back in Onlygas? That seems pretty on brand, to be honest. Maybe
Don't it?
somebody from Onlygas broke him out.
Like who? Who would have these type of bombs?
Okay, you do remember me saying like 20 minutes ago that like Onlygas is pretty much run by a criminal underworld, right?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to get you.
Yes, we
Wasn't that
we
Zar's
interacted
family?
with those people. Not that I remember too much of it, but
Well,
I
it also been
feel like
5 years, so who knows what could have happened.
No, I'm saying we interacted with some of the underground.
Yes, the
in
Omen.
Omegas. Yes. So
Maybe your little boy toy also.
Well, the only way we'll know is to find him and ask him ourselves. I think, for sure. So let's, assuming he hasn't been kidnapped in this whole situation, I think we should go talk to the police officer and then tell him, you know, about our plan and then lure him in with the gift of Corey's voice. You know what I mean?
that's good. That's good to do. Well, yes. Let's. Sorry. It's hard. I'm trying to push through it.
I know, Miss
Yeah.
Corey, and I think the best way to feel better is to solve the problem and find this guy. You know?
Yes. All right. Okay. So just so I know, as a group, we tell the captain about the powder, the explosive, and the notes and everything, and all of it. No secrets.
One secret we don't tell about Midas's bomb
Yeah.
because he should not have a bomb. That's just my opinion, but I don't think it would be good.
I just been. I don't want to hear it. Okay, I was been holding on to it. You never know when we might need it. I mean, we just fought things that was twice our size.
Well,
Okay, that's not important. It's not important. It's not important. Can
I
we
won't
focus
say
on the
anything,
task?
but if Eladrian or Mo gets it out, well, no.
Should I take them elsewhere and you go talk to the police officer?
That would
We
be
can-
wise.
Okay,
All
right.
Take them out back. Why are you at
Yeah,
it?
you know what? We'll go on the perimeter of the city and look for any signs of Caspian, because Eladrian and I have seen him before. We know what he looks like, right? And then you guys go tell the police officer. Therefore, we are at less risk of exposing anything we don't want to get out. The Monet doesn't have to lie.
Can Pippi track the smell? Like, can he smell it outside?
He said no. He said no, he does not smell it outside of this room, but he also does not smell anything on the cot to then track. So, but the thing is, remember, he has tracked the Thunder Bandit before. So if we're out there and he catches a familiar whiff, maybe he can find him a little bit easier. So maybe we'll try to go find his trail.
All right, do that. You
Okay.
can still out looking too, so you might see him.
Okay, and we can meet up right here in like an hour.
We can meet outside the the government building.
Okay, yes. Is that where we are? I thought that's where we were.
Yeah, like outside there. I thought he meant just meet right here at the scene of the crime, but
Oh no. We'll meet at this particular building, at the very front of it, not near the explosion site.
great, perfect.
Okay, good.
All right.
Okay, good. Come
So-
on, boys, let's go.
So, with a little bit of a plan in place, that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Yes.
Sick.
God damn. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Okay, so I have in my notes from when Zara was with us, like from episode or session, where was this? 49, whenever we caught Caspian.
12 years,
Yeah, it's been a while. So we catch him. He said he'd been waiting for us for a long time. He told us that Kozin had taken control of the Desert Raiders. Why did he know about Kozin? And he doesn't even know about I think I'm blanking on your daughter's name.
Des.
Yeah, Des. But I think you've told us that. He had some pictures of you in his bag as well. So I don't know. Why does he know about Kozin? Is he part of the Omen?
Cousin's not part of the Omen, no?
Well, I mean, but why has he been to the
Kozin
White
is
Sand
the-
Sea? Why would he know about?
Basically taking over there.
Like,
Maybe
does-
he went to see us in Nonagas. Or you guys.
He was
sorry.
tracking us the whole time. Like he was following us the entire time.
Yeah, but he couldn't figure
what I
out how to get our attention until.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
No.
Okay.
So we're
Yeah.
assuming that he knows about Kozin and went to the White Sand Sea specifically because he was tracking the crew.
Yeah,
didn't
he was
do
like
anything
always a
to it.
little bit behind us.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like he'd show up after we left, basically.
Loser. No, I'm just
Yeah.
Okay, so when you were saying Harangon, blue eyes, I just kept thinking, I'm looking for a man in finance. 6'5", blue eyes.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Funny.
What?
That's funny.
And a girl boss.
That was really fun. Today was a really good one. I really like this one for
Yeah.
some reason. You know,
This was
just
fun.
vibes.
I was waiting for this day.
Mhm. Long time coming.
Caspian will
Oh, yeah.
rue the day.
Through the day.
You speaking to the sergeant was really cool. Like I pictured like the hot tempered, like mom coming out or like a mad
Yeah.
wife or girlfriend. You know,
Just
like
the
what do you
scorned
mean?
lover. Yeah,
Yes,
literally. What do
yes.
you mean?
Yeah.
I
You
was scared.
left.
Yeah. Literally.
I'm like, oh, I want to tell her everything.
As soon as you said
Oh,
like
yeah.
there was like there was an explosion, literally looked at the camera like, really?
Yeah, literally.
Come on.
Like, God
Couldn't make
damn
it that easy for us, Mr.
No.
GM.
Guys, I already told you this a while ago that it happened. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't metagame. We're trying to get there without metagaming.
I know, and I appreciate that.
Midas is mitigating in real life now. He's like, I didn't know that happened. Try not to mitigame in real life. He's like, oh, can you do this?
Me trying to remember where the fuck I got those bombs from. They've been in it for so long. I have two.
Never use them.
Never used them. I literally have two of them, and I was like, when the fuck did I have? When did I get them?
It's so good that you've never used them. Because
That's the like, but why do I have them?
I actually love when you pull that kind of thing, DM, be like, remind the player that they have this thing from so long ago.
Yeah.
Or like, I love that. I love when you're like that well versed in your own universe, you know?
Yeah.
Looking at our fucking bags.
yeah, look at the inventories, being like, oh yeah, no, you got that. Like,
Stop
Absolutely.
snooping, bro.
That's funny.
It's so awesome to see things like from many sessions ago get referenced again. Like they
Yeah.
relevant.
Yeah, that little kid you
The
kicked in the
30s.
fucking back of the head. This is him now.
Yeah.
That's funny.
God, that was
Awesome.
Yep.
mid to early 20 sessions. God dang, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's when I look back at it, I was like, oh my god, that was so long ago.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah, I can't wait to
I was
meet up
like-
next time.
Like Feast and Famine was like in like what, the 20s, I think.
What?
Yeah,
Episode like 20 or so.
it was
Yeah.
like 20
Like,
to
That
30.
was also 35
No
years ago.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like it was that roll,
Shut up.
that's a great roll. I love it.
Shut up.
You know as much as you know right now.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, and then like even like the SoundCloud Island stuff like that was like in like the 40s, like episode like 40s, I
Yeah.
think.
It literally feels like it was like not that long ago.
I
Right?
was like,
Yesterday.
literally, it feels like we just did SoundCloud.
Yeah.
It feels like yesterday, right? Let's see.
I'm so glad I decided to record all these things.
Honestly,
God.
me too.
Agreed.
Same.
Oh yeah, we would have lost all of this shit, dude. Like if it wasn't recorded.
I will say, whenever Corey was like kind of to herself after we were walking to the town, knowing that she was about to like maybe go see Caspian, in my Czar brain was like, man, I just want to give her a hug and like comfort her and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then
I-
Koshka goes up to you and starts like comforting you and stuff like that. You're like,
I almost lost
oh,
it.
you sound like Czar, dude. I literally cried. Like I had tears coming from my. I was like, oh, dude, that was so good. I was like, what the fuck?
Like that was the perfect moment, and I was like it came to me like as Koshka was like, talking and being like, yeah, like, oh, I can beat him up if you want me to beat him up. Like I was like, this is literally what Czar would say, and I was losing it in my mind. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I have to say it, like I have to get it out.
We learn
It was
from the best, so it's good.
So good.
Yeah, I was like, Czar should be
Czar! Where is he? Where's my son?
I actually low-key wish that we could have Mo and Czar, but I know that would be really difficult for you. So
You'd be like RPing with yourself.
Yeah.
I do it all the time. It's okay.
Like, oh, who are you, handsome? And you're like, I'm sorry. Like,
Do you want a ring?
God. That'd be fun.
I also, for the record, I actually really like Mo's character, and I feel bad that Coach is always mean to him.
No, it's
we are
hilarious.
all
Yo,
always.
Just join the party.
y'all all just broke me down. Like from day one, Eladrin, like it started with Eladrin. Eladrin was like, "Oh, you're such a good detective," and then day two, it's just like 3 more people. Koshka and Midas joined it, and then after that, it was Kore, and now there's a song about how bad of a detective he is.
You better believe it.
Also, like low key, my heart broke a little bit when you threw out your book, and I was like, "Oh no!"
Aw.
The
Yeah.
bullying was successful.
It was.
Stray. Get rid of the stray.
Just take him out back, right, Midas?
You take him out back.
It's funny.
Like I want Czar back, but I do love Mo. He's great.
Yeah, he was a great
Because I
surprise.
feel
Okay, if Midas kills Mo, maybe Zora comes back.
If he comes back sooner.
He'll die of embarrassment, and then
Oh no!
no, this is how I feel.
Playing the long game.
Life fails. I miss her a lot. He'll be back.
Gonna use the blood of Mo to summon Zara. Start learning blood magic. I don't know. Maybe it'll work.
It's funny. I just know the day when it comes down to it, the day that y'all finally when Zark chooses to come back or when y'all go find him, that's gonna be amazing.
That's gonna be insane. I've been thinking about that
Amazing.
since he left.
I will actually cry like how I did when he left. I'm gonna cry.
Also, like I don't know if anyone else recognizes when that same song plays that was playing when Czar left, and we were all crying.
No.
But it comes up on the playlist all the time, and I'm like,
Oh.
"Oh, PTSD!"
Yeah,
I
I
learned the
have
song. Dang it.
I have Kenkubot deafened for a reason.
Yeah, I can't decide how Midas is gonna react. But I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about it.
Yeah. It's like how I've been thinking about like how Corey is gonna react when she sees Caspian again. Like, oh.
I want to. I'm curious to see what his story is. Like, what has he been doing
I
all
know.
this time?
Not even I know. Literally, not even
Yeah.
I know. I gave that all to Dietrich, and I was like, he went missing. He was doing some stuff, like he was like doing some stuff on the side, but aside from that, I have no clue like what he was doing, like in lore.
There's stuff.
Just selling a little weed.
You're just selling some weed.
Been doing 5 years for a misdemeanor.
Yeah, if that was the case, damn, Corey'd be like, shit, that's it? That's what you were hiding from me for 5 years? You could have told me that. like, that's nothing.
Corey could have used the weed butter, you know? Imagine.
Exactly, I could have made some good shit.
It could be cool.
Okay, I have to go to bed, but I don't know why Koshka came out there, but it's fine.
Here.
Yeah.
Koshka's not ready to go to bed, but Maddie is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
good night, Maddie.
Love you all.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, see you later.
Night.
Night.